The highest objective of fasting is for us to get closer to our feel the condition of those who don't also have money.
The fasting in the health aspect.
Fasting goes with hunger. If it's intentional, you intentionally do the fast. You are self.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So you're welcome to my channel again, and then in this video I have with me two guests. I have a lady and a gentleman. So we're going to be discussing like everything about Ramadan. As we know, Ramadan is fast approaching, so we're talking about, there are lots of questions I have. Some, I don't know if they are misconceptions, I don't know if they are misunderstandings, I don't know, but like there are questions that I think are necessary for us to answer. And then I took these questions from different people. I asked for different opinions. So I just going to try answering them here. So hopefully we get to learn, we get to modify our ways, and then get through the fasting with ease. So this is kind of a prep video, but a lot of things to be said. So based on whatever you want, you can pick it out from here. So I'll do the introduction of my guests, then we take it from there. So ladies first, so let's start.
I am Dr. Sakina Yusuf. I currently work in the Tamale Teaching Hospital, and I went to the University for Development Studies.
And where are you now? Where are you specializing in?
I am a medical officer currently, not a specialist.
Okay. Nice having you.
Thank you for having me.
I am Abdullah Umar Musa, a level 500 Doctor of Pharmacy student at University for Development Studies, and also the current Chief Imam.
So as you heard from them, we have a doctor, we have a pharmacy student, and an imam too. For me, you already know me. I'm a rider, and then I'll be doing the question asking. And then they are all very resourced, and they'll be doing a lot of talking, digesting our questions. So I would like to start with so everything we are talking about is Ramadan. So let's start with the benefits of Ramadan, like, or should I say why we even fast in the first place. So benefits of Ramadan, so we can take it from the Islamic perspective, and we can take it from the health perspective too. So I think we should start with the Islamic perspective. So why do we fast in the first place?
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. After extending our thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, saying the praise to our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, we ask Allah to continue to guide us. Now, Allah is in the Holy Quran. يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. All those who believe, fasting has been prescribed for you, like how it was prescribed to those before you, so that you will be Allah conscious. So the highest objective of fasting is for us to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for us to get closer to our Lord. We also have some benefits of fasting, or some objectives fasting comes with. Number one is the nafs, for us to purify ourselves. In the month of Ramadan, we realize that the way we sin reduces. In the month of Ramadan, we realize that we worship Allah extensively. So we realize that we are able to purify our souls to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And also, in the month of Ramadan, we do not fast. We become hungry. We feel the hunger, or we feel the condition of those who don't also have money, the poor. So we get to know the condition they are in, so that we also help them with what Allah has bestowed upon us, with being it money or food or something. So we are able to ease their life for them to be also going through what they go through. So these are some of the benefits of fasting we can derive from now.
Okay. I think that's extensive. And then just with this, it's enough to give you reason to fast.
So when it comes to the benefits of fasting in the health aspect, as we know, some people they do fast because they want to lose weight. So that's one of the benefits we can derive. Aside from making the intention to fast, we could also lose weight. We could also have something we call cholesterol, our cholesterol in check. It's found that the fasting reduces the cholesterol level. Also, in some studies studies carried out in mice, and it was found that the fasting sort of like prolonged the lifespan of the mice.
So in
Yeah, so these are,
the animal
yeah,
mice, it
yes,
was okay,
yes,
but it
yes.
hasn't been
Animal
compared
studies.
to the
No,
human
not
being. And then,
humans.
okay,
Not in
okay.
humans. No.
So at what age does it become compulsory on you to fast? At what age, at what level is it mandatory on you to fast?
There's no specific age that is mandatory for you to fast. But when you reach puberty, that's when it becomes mandatory for you to fast. So if and we know we have early adolescence and late adolescence. So if you are a male and you are to have late adolescence, we wouldn't consider that, but rather when you reach age 15 and some signs of adolescence they haven't started showing, you start fasting at the age of 15. But if they start showing before the age of 15, then you start fasting before the age of 15. Like weight gain.
Okay.
So when we have weight gain at the age of 12, you start fasting that time.
So is that the time it becomes compulsory
Yes,
for you?
that's the time it becomes compulsory.
Okay.
Like the female, when
Because
she starts
there are some that maybe at even 10 years, 11 years, they start to
yes,
fast.
so that's when it becomes compulsory for them to fast.
Okay.
But for females, when they start menstruating, it's when they begin to fast.
It's when it becomes compulsory
When it
for
becomes
them
compulsory
for them to fast.
Yeah.
Okay. So Doc, so as you said, you start fasting as early as 11 years, at some 10. So how does the body adapt to these changes? See, as a child growing up, what are some of the changes, and then how does the body adapt to these changes?
So as a child, children require, they are growing, so they require a lot of nutrients to help in their growth and development. Um, as long as the children take enough food, enough balanced food, just like everybody is supposed to take when we are fasting, I think they should be okay.
So when you have a child and you start grooming the child fast 6 hours a day, then the month of Ramadan, you are fasting as the mother or the father. You let the child fast till 12 p.m. when he breaks it. So as he's growing, he's adapting to fasting already. So by the time he reaches the level to start fasting,
It becomes compulsory.
it's not something new. He has been fasting for some hours.
Yes.
So for him to extend it is easier than all of a sudden
just that. So it means
fast for
that
like 12 hours.
so it's
Something
good
like
you
that.
make them start to fast as
Little by
young
little.
as possible. So people like the afflicted, like the beggars, those people, is it compulsory on them to fast?
Okay, so it goes back to who is supposed to fast. So those who are supposed to fast, as we just discussed, the one who has reached puberty is now compulsory to fast. So there are things that prevent fasting, like someone who is sick. So if those people they are sick, then they will not fast.
Okay.
Someone who is traveling and they decide not to fast. So if the person is traveling, the beggar who is traveling will decide not to fast.
So that means there's no special something
No.
for just because you are a beggar you shouldn't fast because
Yes.
you are this
There's
kind.
nothing like
So
that.
fasting, everybody
It's
is supposed to fast. As far as you have good health, you have
everything.
you are
All the
supposed to
conditions
fast.
are met. You're supposed to fast.
Puberty, you are supposed to fast. It doesn't matter whether you are a beggar. So on the travelers aspects, I want you to delve a bit into it because there are different opinions about it. What if I'm just traveling from here to maybe a 2-hour journey? Maybe so like what makes it
So
like a condition not to fast.
traveling is something work is like known by culture. What you call what when you are living here, do we call it traveling?
No.
No. So what you call traveling is what we are referring to. So when I'm from Tamale to Kumasi, we call it traveling.
Okay.
So it should be this type of traveling. That is when you decide to fast or you decide to break your fast.
Okay.
But when you are traveling and the fasting is really disturbing you, like you are really suffering, then it's compulsory for you to break your fast. During the time of our beloved Prophet Muhammad, he saw someone, some people gathered around someone. The person was really suffering, he needed water to drink, they were traveling. Then he asked, what's wrong? Then he said, he is fasting. Once you are traveling, he said, listen, it's not among piety for you to fast whilst you are traveling. So when you are traveling and you think you can fast and everything is okay, you fast. But if you think you are going to suffer, then you don't fast. And that's even the best way to do. But nowadays, that time, it was
the conditions were like today. They used to travel on camels, travel for days.
But now you have.
You can even take 45 minutes to Accra.
You have bus. So
air conditioned bus.
situations have been easy.
Okay.
But we wouldn't say we are not fasting, and we wouldn't say you should fast by force because the situations are different. Because that is what Islam brought. So we will still leave it that if you want to fast, you don't fast. But if you fast, that's the best way. Because there are people who cannot fast or who cannot pay after the month of Ramadan. They feel lazy to pay. So if the situation is easy for you, just fast. And with that one too, if you are not going to fast, you don't eat in your city. So if I'm living here to Kumasi, I don't start eating here. I'm supposed to wake up at dawn, eat down fasting. On my way, then I can break it.
On your way,
on my way when
I thought if maybe I know that tomorrow I'm traveling, I can decide that tomorrow I'm not fasting.
We don't do that. That's what most people do.
Oh, so it's not.
It's on the way that you break it.
So that means if the conditions start to become difficult.
Not necessarily.
Even if you are just not fasting because of the mere, so you can't eat in the place you are living.
No, you don't do that. It's like when you are traveling, they say you reduce the number of rakat you pray.
Yes.
You don't do two here, like you get to the bus station and it's already done for you pray two. No. When you leave is when you get to that place there.
So when you take off, that's when the rule starts.
Yes.
That's when.
So I feel like you can't decide that you cannot fast during the journey. So it's like you have to start fasting, and then if it's not favorable,
or it's possible that you may even have the intention that you are fasting.
But
the eating you shouldn't eat there.
Okay.
Yes.
So assuming I'm leaving like 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
Yes. And then I'm going to I'm traveling like a long journey, and I'm deciding not to fast.
So you eat and done like you are fasting.
Okay. So you take
that 2 p.m.
Okay.
So when you take off, then you can decide to break it off.
Okay.
But when you take off and it's just 2 p.m. and it's let me just continue. Then just continue. Okay. Your fast.
On a normal day, you fast and then you are all right and everything. But along the day, you just decide that I don't want to fast again. I want to break. Is it permissible to just break your fast in the middle of the day?
It's not permissible to break your fast in the middle of the day, just like that. Maybe while you are hungry. Fasting is just like fasting goes with hunger. Because you are not eating, so automatically you are going to be hungry. So if you say you are breaking your fast because you are hungry, it's not enough. But if the hunger is so severe that it's leading to hypoglycemia, you are going to die, it's leading to severe medical condition. That's when you are permitted to break your fast. Because fasting is also not there to kill you or to put you into danger. So in that case, you break the fast. But when you break the fast, you will take what is enough for you to be okay. So the food you take, that's all. You don't eat again till the day ends. So maybe it's around 3 p.m. and you are really hungry to like you don't continue. Very, very severe. You just take something and from that time till Maghrib, you don't take anything again. And after the month of Ramadan, we are going to pay that day. But if it's intentional, you intentionally break the fast. You are self. The penalty is also you don't eat like the other ones. You also eat 7 day ends, and you are going to pay after the amount of Ramadan, and your fasting is also nullified. And the reason why scholars cannot be breaking your fast even when the hunger is so severe, like places like Scotland, some places, they fast for like 20 hours because of how they are service. So from around Fajr to Maghrib is like 20 hours. You can't fast like that, 20 hours, this like that. So there's something they take which is Ramadan pills to ease or to reduce the hunger. So like how you are taking bamboo and I will take tea or I will take water. You are taking bamboo and your aim is that the bamboo can last long so that you will not really feel the hunger. It's also taking the Ramadan pills so that in a while, honestly, along the line, the hunger can be controlled. So it's the same thing when the hunger is uh, when the hunger is becoming very intense, then you're allowed to break your fast. They could have done that already. They could have gone through that because the hunger would have reached a level that they cannot bear. That's why they be permitted to take this around so that actually it could help them fast for that 20 hours or something. So when you intentionally do your fast, you will pay it after the month of Ramadan. And when you will pay it, you are simple again, you are supposed to present to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But when you don't do it because of severe, intense hunger, then you don't eat again till the day breaks. And after the month of Ramadan, you pay, but you are not simple.